Hey friends, Melissa here and I'm back. I have a layout today for CSI. It is case file 348. That was the image and that is my layout. And what I'm using is my homemade kit based on the brushed collection by Close to My Heart. If you look back in my recent videos, you'll find my kit share and I explain how I built the kit around a collection that I didn't have much of. So one of the evidence pieces to use is a wood grain background, and I have these packs of Close to My Heart wood grain and I love them. And I've had the same in the latest cases that I have been assigned to. I have had wood grain background a few times and I'm not complaining because I love it. And for this one, obviously I'm sticking to the colour palette and I chose a lighter wood grain background to work with this collection. So the colours also had some green in it, and the collection has this beautiful piece of green. I'm using green more as an accent, and I have backed that cut file, Best Friends for Life. Where did I get the cut file? That's a really good point. I think, it's a hip kit cut file. I can't remember which month it was for. It's recent. It will either be December or January, but I cut it on grey cardstock because there's grey in the colour scheme for this, and then I selected 3 shades of pink, and I guess it's really 4 shades of pink. That one there looks red, but it is actually pink. And I've broken up the patterns so that I'm having like the floral one I've put in the 4, and then the life is the bouquet pattern, and then I've broken up the other patterns so that they're not too full on. So you'll see what I mean soon. I'm just putting some of these dimensionals behind to lift my cut file up. I have to admit this is a really tedious part of scrapbooking for me, but it's worth it. And then I've got my gelatos out again because ever since I did a live class or Facebook Live with Vicky Burton, I've been loving using crayons or water-based crayons, or in this case gelatos. And so I've gone with a light pink. This one is called Guava, but it's a little bit too light, so just drying it off with my heat gun. I've put clear gesso down and you can see that there. It does slightly show up when you use it on lighter coloured paper, but that's okay because I'm going to be adding gelatos and my cut file and photo etc. over the top. And now the next one I have got is called Metallic Melon, and I love it. It's got a beautiful metallic sheen to it, and it's obviously more saturated than the guava, and I think the two colours work really well. These are double scoop gelatos, which means they're bigger than the standard size and get more in them, so that's great. Just using my heat gun to dry off again. I like to dry off between layers of whatever mixed media I use. If you don't have a heat gun, some people use a hairdryer. I think it would be a bit you'd have to have it on low or it's going to blast it, or you can just leave it in the sun or leave it to dry for a few hours. And then I'm wanting a bit more, so I keep putting my cut file down just to see, I'm going to the effort of mixed media, so I want to make sure I can see it out the edges of the cut file and also in between the letters. So I've gone back in with a bit more of that metallic melon, and if you put less water, obviously you're going to get a more concentrated consistency or colour, and if you put more gelato down and less water, you're going to get even more consistency. So I think I'm adding some splatters now just over the top, and I think I've dried off in between as well because I want the splatters to sit on top of what I've done with the packaging. And I found I made a shaker pocket for something with some of those pocket page protectors, and I had to cut one of them, and so I used it for my pocket, or my shaker pocket, and then I had left over a pocket that I'm never going to use for anything else, and I found if I cut them up, they actually make really good little packaging through the packaging technique with. So they're a bit more sturdy than if you used some thickers packaging or die cut packaging. So just adding a bit more to the bottom there because it really needed something underneath the word life. The photo is of my youngest 2 girls, and it's the back to school photos. I think it's the next day. I need to have a look. I don't have a layout next to me, and it's a while since I made it, but you see they're just really cute and hugging each other, so I thought it was perfect for the Best Friends for Life. Okay, it is a back to school photo of Brielle. I think on that day, Ava, she doesn't go to kindy on Mondays, but she wanted to be in the photo as well, so really cute. And Ava's being sassy and giving the peace sign, as she does. It's normally Brielle doing that, but I probably said to them to hug each other. So here are the embellishments that are really, really old that I've pulled from my stash. There is Crepe Paper Good Vibes, Amy Tangerine, I'm not sure even the collection, some rhinestones, and then these stickers, the floral stickers and the leaf stickers that I use come from the brushed sticker pack, or sticker page. So all I've got is a sheet of stickers and I think 6 of the papers. So I'll just read what I used. So for the evidence I used for this, obviously the wood grain background, wood veneer, you'll see a wood veneer heart soon, ribbon, which I will add onto a little tag, and rhinestones. And I've also, I think a piece of evidence was to make a love themed layout, and of course I've used the beautiful colour palette. And I always use the colour palette. I think, C in CSI stands for colour. So just wanting to place 3 of these flowers down. This flower is a little bit different to the other ones, but I think it still works well. I've had people ask me lately about how to scrapbook. For me, it's quite organic. I kind of just do it from years and years and years of being self-taught and watching YouTube videos. But there is a thing called the rule of 3s, where you might put 3 of something around the photo to draw the eye in like a triangle. So in this instance, I don't always design to the strict rules. I think that when you break the rules, you can actually come up with something amazing as well. But in this instance, because the cut file is full on and the colours are very saturated and full on, I have, not consciously but subconsciously, now that I'm looking back, have gone for the rule of 3s. So I've gotten 3 different sized stickers, or flower stickers. The bigger one is against the photo, so your eye goes to there, and then I've got one above the N and D in Friends, and then the smaller one over between the F and the O. But I'm also adding other things as well. So I've put that wood veneer butterfly. That is from, I think, My Mind's Eye, and it's really, really old, from a click kit when I was designing for them back in 2016. So I was thrilled to be able to use it. It is adhesive backed, and I wish that more companies would put adhesive on the back of their chipboard. And I must say, HitKit in the January kit has got exclusive chipboard with adhesive backing. So here I'm adding some of this sort of chill pink ribbon to this little tag. No idea what collection that's from. Some of these things are from Ellie's Studio. That wood veneer heart there that I'm gluing now, my daughter, if you watch my other videos, I would have told you that she volunteered a couple of times at a local op shop for Orphans Aid, and she bought a few things, and she bought this pack of embellishments that someone had gotten rid of, and in it was that heart, a whole lot of those hearts, and also these chipboard buttons, which I think are possibly basic grey, and she let me have some of them, and I love them. It just goes so well with the colours in this kit based on brush. So adding those 3 hearts there, that's a sticker, and I think I've popped up the edge of it. And adding these rhinestones, I've got the darker ones. One is by Kaiser Craft, and the other one, if I can see, Gemstones, I think they're by Couture Creations. So they're pretty similar, they work really well together. And I've placed them in 3 places, which also helps draw the eye. And so my final touch is to add some shimmer from this Close to My Heart shimmer brush. I got it in clear, so you can put it over the top of anything. You can also get it in colours, but I just love the subtleness of it. It's a bit more subtle than if I were to use Nuvo Glimmer Paste, and I love how it looks. So that's my final layout. I'm so happy that I have one of the back to school photos documented. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to play along, head on over to the CSI Facebook group and join in the challenge, and you may even become a guest designer. That's how I started and how I got asked to be in CSI. So yeah, we love seeing what you create, and thanks for watching.